In a telephone interview on the Coalition News Network on Wednesday, mere hours after the Caribbean Court of Justice heard submissions from several attorneys at law in relation to the matter before it, Attorney General Basil Williams asserted that the 2020 elections in Guyana was the most fraudulent in the country's history.
So I had to let him know that Mendez didn't want to tell him it was because of the greatest fraud. It was the most fraudulent election in the history of Guyana.
The lawyer by profession stated that what was of utmost importance to him and his party throughout the CCJ hearing on Wednesday is whether or not the court had jurisdiction.
Well, what was important for us and what is important for me is that I knew the issue. The issue is you don't have jurisdiction. Your first task is to determine whether you have jurisdiction, and when you will find that you don't have, you decline it. When you decline the jurisdiction, you don't have to now go and try to find out the merits of what happened in the Court of Appeal.
Mr. Williams, while stating that he is pleased with the submissions of the attorneys representing Eslyn David, the Coalition et al., explained that it's a matter of showing the court the way home.
Submitting to a jury and submitting to the court, the main approach is to show them the way home. And it was not just to say that they have no jurisdiction, but you have to show them why. And in addition to that, you have to anticipate, exceptions to the rule that you're putting forward. And that's why I refer to exceptions wherein they refuse to enlarge your jurisdiction.
The attorney, while giving background to Guyana's constitutional engineering, as he terms it, namely gaining independence as well as Republican status along with the adoption of an executive president, stated that the framers of the Constitution would never have given thought to the election of Guyana's president to be placed under the purview of a body outside of the country.
It was clear that there was no thought that our elections of the president should end up in another country, certainly not at the Privy Council. And how things are going now, certainly not even at the CCJ. I think the elections are kind of, personal, to a country.
The Attorney General also asserted that Parliament had many windows of opportunity to get rid of Article 177.4 if they had so desired. The Attorney General commended the CCJ for doing a good job and believes that everyone were given enough time to make their submissions.
I think that the CCJ, I think they did well. I think they allowed everybody to have their day in court. No one could claim that they discriminated against them or they didn't give them enough time, etc. Because, it was painful to sit down to listen to some of them too this afternoon. And so everyone should be happy that they had enough time.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, Wendell Badrie.